Let's add holes. You can add holes in several ways. We will start with creating a sketch. Select the bottom face of the model and start the sketch creating. First, create a rectangle with its center point at the origin of the current coordinate system. Stop the command. This rectangle is going to be an auxiliary geometry to help place the holes. The blue color of the rectangle sides indicates the normal line style. In Kompas, this line style is used for base contours to create 3D elements. We don't need it for now. Let's change the line style. Select all blue lines. Hold down the Ctrl key and click all the blue lines one by one. Select Thin in the drop-down list. If the context menu disappears, right-click anywhere to open it. Press Escape to deselect. The blue lines have turned black. Let's create circles with any diameter. Place the centers at the corners of the rectangle. It is important not to copy the circles. Copying will not create the necessary constraints between the circle centers and the rectangle vertices. We are going to use these circles to create the holes, so they need to be created using the normal blue line. Let's add diameter dimensions to the circles. You can use either the Smart Dimension command or the Diameter Dimension command. Let me use Smart Dimension. Type 18, press Enter. Since the other circles have the same diameter, it will not be very efficient to add diameter dimensions to each one. It's better to use the Equality command in the Constraints toolbar. Select all the circles using the Ctrl key. Click Equality. Complete the command. If you try to change the diameter of one circle, all the others will change as well. It happens thanks to the equality constraints. Let me to undo. Add the distant dimensions between the circle centers. The vertical is 200. The horizontal is 100. All lines in the sketch have turned dark green, indicating that the sketch is completely defined. It's time to add the holes. Click Cut by Extrusion. Let's rotate the model. Notice that the holes have not been extruded through the entire base. However, we need through holes. We can fix it by increasing the distance value. But let's use another way. Change the extrusion method. Select Through All. Confirm and stop the command. I use the mouse wheel and the Escape key for this. Now let's select this face and create a sketch on it. Add a rectangle, like this one, and then, as before, create circles at each of the rectangle's corners. Complete the command. Let's apply some constraints. Select all the circles by holding down Ctrl. Click Equality. And add a diameter dimension to any of the circles, for example, to this one. I press Ctrl to offset the dimension. Add the other dimensions. Notice that the degrees of freedom disappear as you add the dimensions. However, we still have a few of them. To fix that, click the Alignment command in the Constraints toolbar. Select the rectangle center point. Then the midpoint of the top side of the rectangle. Follow the snap symbols to ensure that you are selecting the correct object. And finally, select the vertical line to align the selected objects along it. All lines have turned dark green. If you try to extrude now, you will get a strange element. Let's fix that. Select our sketch in the section field. Click the pencil symbol to edit the sketch. This will take you back to the sketch mode. We need to change the style of the rectangle's lines. Let's use a new way to do it. Select all the objects with an marquee. Place the cursor at the empty place. Hold down the left mouse button and drag to select all the objects. In the parameter panel, select Segments from the drop-down list. It shows that we have 6 segments. 2 of them are the rectangle's diagonals. That doesn't matter here. And then select the thin style. Deselect the objects to ensure that everything is OK. Since we started editing the sketch from the CAD extrusion command, we need to exit the sketch mode. At that point, we will see a preview of the holes. Change the method to Through All. Confirm and stop the command. Click the yellow sphere in the center of the orientation element to set the view to isometric orientation.